You spend 4 years working toward a degree, walk across a stage, and expect to step into a stable job with a clear path upward. But the 2026 job market operates on a different logic. Employers are no longer willing to pay for your learning curve. They hire for immediate, day-one job readiness. This creates a serious problem. You are likely spending heavy amounts of time and money preparing for a 2016 economy, but you have to compete in a 2026 reality. Look at the traditional job readiness checklist students follow today: a 4-year degree, a single major, and a local zip code. Here is the baseline recruiters actually filter for now: specific skill certifications, a remote work setup, and continuous microlearning. Stubbornly clinging to an outdated degree model results in lower starting salaries and creates massive friction that leads directly to unemployability in a skill-based market. When people realize the market has shifted, the most common reaction is panic. They try to upskill in every new trend at once. You are told to master AI, pivot to green jobs, and build a digital freelancing business. It is logistically impossible to do all of that. Trying to master every distinct field spreads your attention too thin, leaving you with shallow skills and absolute burnout. There is a better strategy. You need to map your educational investments directly to your specific risk tolerance and the lifestyle you actually want. To navigate 2026 effectively, you have to stop generalizing and ignore the fear of missing out. You need to commit to one of 3 highly specific career tracks. First is the Tech Optimizer track, built for those who want high corporate stability through technical dominance. Securing a place here requires stringent inputs. You bypass general studies entirely, focusing relentlessly on AI fluency, data analysis, and mastering automation platforms. The payoff is substantial. These inputs grant you priority access to the most secure and highly compensated corporate roles on the market. But there is a severe trade-off attached to the speed of technological advancement. Technical knowledge depreciates quickly. The specialized certifications you spend months earning today will likely be obsolete in just a few years. To maintain your high value in this track, you are committing to a lifelong cycle of intensive daily retraining. The tech track offers peak corporate stability, but only if you are willing to sacrifice your evenings and weekends to a grueling, perpetual schedule of keeping your skills relevant. The second track is the autonomous worker, prioritizing geographic freedom over corporate structure. Here, you abandon traditional safety nets. Your daily inputs shift to proactively building digital portfolios, marketing your services, and hunting independent clients. The core operational benefit is obvious. You completely remove border limitations and the requirement to sit in an office from 9 to 5. Your approach to financial security also changes. Instead of relying on a single employer and hoping they don't announce layoffs, you protect yourself by building multiple, diversified income streams. The structural trade-off is the absolute forfeiture of predictable corporate scaffolding.
You do not get HR protections, paid time off, or employer-sponsored health benefits. This carries a heavy psychological burden. It requires relentless self-discipline to continually source new work and prevent your income from drying up. The gig track offers unmatched lifestyle autonomy, but it forces you to simultaneously become your own manager, your own marketing department, and your own financial safety net. The final track is the human-centric leader, designed for pragmatic optimizers wanting corporate integration without intensive computer science engineering. You bypass bloated 4-year degrees, focusing instead on targeted, short-term micro-credentials on platforms like Coursera. You have to aggressively develop traits that software cannot replicate, specifically complex problem-solving and interpersonal leadership capabilities. These inputs make you highly attractive to organizations pivoting towards skill-based hiring, particularly in high-growth, emerging sectors like green jobs and sustainability. The primary systemic trade-off is the hiring filter itself. It is extremely difficult to get an automated HR screening software to recognize your highly nuanced human skills. There is real friction between having these capabilities and actually proving them. A collection of online micro-credentials lacks the immediate, recognizable authority of a traditional university diploma. While this tracks marketing, you have to manufacture ways to prove these invisible competencies to recruiters. Making a definitive career choice requires an honest assessment. On this chart, map your technical limits against your risk tolerance.
With lower technical aptitude and a high desire for autonomy, you belong in the bottom left quadrant, the autonomous worker track. If you sit here, ignore the panic telling you to learn Python. Focus 100% of your energy on mastering a creative niche and building an undeniable client portfolio. If you seek high stability and already possess a high technical aptitude, you land in the top right quadrant, the tech optimizer track. Your strategy is the opposite. Let go of broad networking events and aggressively lock into hard-skill AI platform certifications. Accurately locating yourself on this matrix is the only effective method to filter out the deafening noise of conflicting career advice. Finally, if you sit in the middle, seeking corporate stability but lacking deep coding skills, you land in the bottom right, the human-centric leader track. Your move is to lean entirely into organizational adaptability and leadership as your primary marketable assets.
Notice how distinct these paths are, yet there is one absolute constant that unifies all three of them. The era of passive career building is dead. Regardless of which path you choose, active, continuous learning is now a mandatory requirement to stay employed. Now you have to make a definitive choice rather than wavering between options. Stop trying to master every 2026 trend. Pick your quadrant, accept the specific trade-offs of that choice, and invest your time exclusively in the skills that serve your exact scenario.